This is Fraud to Fearless.
Friends, you are made for more purpose, more confidence, more impact. Because when you live fearless, you inspire others to do the same.
Let's go!
Y'all, we are back.
We're back. We're back.
We're so back. It feels good. Brooke, don't lie. You missed this.
I do. I can't believe it's crazy because it's just the time has flown by, but it also feels so long at the same time.
It really does. So many great things coming. We're going to kick off season 2 with a short little episode introducing the season. And Brooke, it's unique. I mean, we started this as a passion project and we learned so much in season 1, like truly so much. I think I grew a ton. I know you grew a ton. We grew a ton as a team, as podcasters, as entrepreneurs, right? Starting this and trying to start a business together. And it's been so much fun. But season 2, it's a different vibe. It's a different vibe. We're evolving to the next level, which is super exciting. But Brooke, season 1, we were the seat of our pants. Like, it was every day was a rush to midnight, and we were just kind of making this stuff up as we go. And now we're maturing and trying to build an operating model, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah, I mean, you hear about people that start side hustles and it's like you're burning the midnight oil. That was literally us. And it was just born from this place of pure passion. Like, we knew, okay, we're supposed to share this message and we're not exactly sure exactly how it's supposed to be worded, but we've felt these emotions. We know that other people are feeling them. We genuinely want to help people. So let's just go. And we just started. And then it was like, oh my goodness, we got to get this out. We got to get this out, to the point of like, you had your baby, you have a full-time job, you're a director for a global company. Like, I have 17 million projects going on and homeschooling kids. And it's like, okay, this is not sustainable. We know we're supposed to do it, but it's not sustainable. SOS. What are we going to do?
Yeah. I mean, so if you've been missing us, we've missed you right back.
We do.
And we've been gone. We've been gone a while, but we are so back. And Brooke, let's tell everyone why we were gone. So we wanted to, I think, whether you are an entrepreneur and you're running your own business, or you are in the middle of corporate America and you feel like you're in the rat race and every day is a new challenge, I think a big theme for me, Brooke, of season 1 was reflection. And that's what we did. That's what Brooke and I did. We knew that we needed to take a pause, realign the gauges, right? Make sure the site was still working. And so we've been working pretty tirelessly on the pod to make season 2 so special. But I think, Brooke, for me, that was really a worthwhile exercise. Like, it's hard to, when you're doing a pod, you want to grow, you want frequent, episodes. But I think it was so important to take a pause, to recenter, to make sure you and I are on the same page as partners. And then to also check in, for those of you listening, what do you want to hear about? What are you struggling with? What are you afraid of? Like, what are some of the things that in your day-to-day you're really struggling with? Because, again, Brooke and I's mission statement is to go from imposter to empowered in work, life, and relationships. Just like one bold, genuine, authentic, vulnerable conversation at a time. And that's what we're doing. And we've missed putting the content out, but we're back now. And we have so many awesome things planned. But Brooke, talk a little bit about your perspective of our pause, our recenter, and our working sessions to get back into, what great content we're going to put out next.
Yeah, Hayden, I'm so grateful for the pause, because honestly, it takes a lot of courage. We talked a lot in season 1 about what does success look like for us. Whatever circumstances you are in your life, you're like, okay, I want to get to this place, XYZ. We might have an idea of what success looks like, but it's like, how do I do that? And so, yes, in entrepreneurship and podcasting, just like you said, you want to keep episodes going. You don't want to lose listeners and all of this stuff. So it takes a lot of courage to say, no, it's fine. Like, this is our life. And we know that the message that we're called to share is important. That's not going to be impacted or influenced by some algorithm. And maybe there's time, whatever happens, the message is clear, but let's make sure it aligns with our life. So I feel like we practice what we preach, and it takes courage, even on our side. Like, we're actually trying to do that. So stepping back for the pause was like, okay, let's figure out how we can build systems. What's important to our life? What are the challenges in my life and my life goals? What's going on in your life, Hayden? And logistical, but also just like big picture. And how does this fit in? And then how do we actually deliver on what our goal is? I love that you said our mission statement, to go from imposter to empowered in work, life, and relationships. In order to talk about this, Hayden, we had to step back and practice it and figure it out for ourselves and then start again. So, courageous step, but also a good reminder, like, it doesn't matter if you have to stop, if you have to pause. It feels like it's a setback, but really that's what's going to propel you forward, because you get clarity, you get alignment, you're able to build, and that's what's beautiful.
So Brooke, for those of you listening, Brooke is the type A college athlete that she's the type of person that she doesn't grow up running marathons, but then you get her in like Brooke mode, and I can just see her, like, people are passing her and she'd be like, oh, nuh-uh, I'm going to win this thing. And she'll probably like at least get on the podium. That's like how competitive Brooke is. So Brooke's like doing these like week-long water cleanses and doing triathlons. So I have one coming up, Brooke. It's Orange Theory. My wife and I do Orange Theory. So I'm doing Orange Theory's, their version of a triathlon, and it's coming up here in like
I'm
a month
excited.
and a half. So we'll talk about that. So Brooke is super competitive, and she's making me read more. So season 2 Hayden, y'all, is like an actual, I'm reading at night. And before we launched season 2, I bought a whole bunch of books on the pod. And Brooke, I'm going to be talking about some of those snippets, and we'll give some book recommendations and takeaways and stuff. But what you were just talking about, Brooke, and I think the power of the pause. So I work for Honeywell. Dave Cody was our CEO for like 20 years. So he retired when I first started with the company. So I didn't get much exposure to him, but amazing reputation. Like, if you go back, look at Honeywell's stock price when he took over as CEO, and then look at it when he retired. It was like $20 to like $200 in his tenure. He did an amazing job. So really renowned as one of the best leaders of the past, several decades. So he wrote a book called Winning Now, Winning Later. And really, one thing that he was famous for in his leadership was making short-term decisions and long-term decisions. So sometimes companies, they're trying to, hit their budget, and so they make all of their decisions short-term to hit the quarter or hit the year, but they don't build an operating model that enables them to also win in the future. And one of the practices that really struck me, Brooke, that Dave did is he called it an X day. So he's the CEO of a Fortune 100 company, 100,000 employees, and every month he had one X day where no meetings, he didn't talk to anybody. He literally went in his office and he thought to himself, how do I want to run the company? What do I want to do? What are some new strategic initiatives that we could do at Honeywell? Or is there Honeywell has like values, behaviors, like every company, you go to their website and they've got something like this. Do we have all the right behaviors? Like, should we read those and, do they need to change? Are they pivoting with where we are? Y'all, that's what Brooke and I did. We took an X day where we sat down and we thought, like, how do we want to run the pod? How do we want to grow it? What do we want to talk about? And what do our listeners want to say and like want us to talk about? And I just think that my challenge is, how can you incorporate an X day in your life? It doesn't necessarily have to be once a month, but whether you're in corporate America or running your own business, you need to set time aside to think about how you want to run the company, think about how you want your career to go. Because if you don't do it, you're not going to have these thoughts. You're not going to have the value of reflection and how you can run it better. So think about that. How can you incorporate an X day in your life?
Hey, quick break. If Fraud to Fearless has made you think, feel, or reflect a little deeper, you're officially part of the family. Hit subscribe on the podcast, follow us on YouTube and socials, or leave a review. It really helps us to reach more people who need these conversations. As a thank you, you guys, we're randomly selecting a few of our founding followers to receive some free swag. It's just our way to say we see you and we're grateful. Don't miss out. Subscribe, share, and follow along the journey at Fraud to Fearless, because you belong here. Back to the pod. And this is so powerful, Hayden, because it's true not just for work, but in life and relationships, which I hope we dive into later in this season. That same X day can apply to those other areas as well, and the impact that it has when the power of the pause. So
yeah, we're going to use that a lot.
I love what you said, though, that it wasn't just what we want to do. We sat back and we're like, okay, well, obviously we love talking about specific topics, but is how we feel even how other people feel? Like, we want to believe that. And we've received so much feedback on like, thank you for this episode, or I've felt imposter syndrome, or I've felt this. And you guys, I don't think you realize how much that means to us. Like, we saved a shared album in our phone of screenshots of people that keep us going on the days that are hard. And it's like, okay, yes, does this even matter? And so thank you for sending those messages. They mean a lot. During this X day, we sat down and we said, okay, this is what we struggle with. Is this what other people struggle with? So we went out and we talked to a few of you that listen to the pod. And so we kind of want to talk about those things. Like, is the pain that you might be experiencing in your life? And these are the things we want to talk about in season 2. So Hayden, maybe we can just kind of go over some of the things that we're struggling with. And if this resonates with you as you're listening, then let us know. And we can dive deep into a certain topic, skip over others, but we just want to keep it real and work on these things that are difficult for us and for other people that we've talked to.
Yeah. Real quick, Brooke, I want to read one of the messages that we got, because I want to prove y'all that we care so much about this. And whenever we get one of these messages, we text each other pictures and it like virtual high five. So former colleague of mine wrote us this. So I'm going to quote it. Hey, I'm usually pretty supportive of friends and college projects, even if they are still in the learning phase, let's say. But this is different, man. I'm actually captivated and finding myself thinking deeply about my career and life. I even gave myself homework after the brand episode. I had an interview the next day, and that episode helped me prepare at a high level. I was thinking, for better or worse, I want to be authentically myself on my brand, and if that doesn't fit what they are looking for, then I can walk away feeling confident. You go, man. You go. Keep listening to the pod. Keep sending feedback. For those of you that enjoy what you hear, or if you have someone that you think could benefit about some of the topics that we talk about, help us grow it. Send them a message. Send us a message. Season 2, we're going to get more in tune with all of you. We want to connect more with you. We want to message more of you. We're going to be sending gifts and some Fraud to Fearless
Sneak
swag
peek.
in season 2. Let's go. A little sneak peek. But Brooke, to your point, on our X day, essentially what we, in talking to listeners, and then also what are we struggling with, just vulnerable. I think there's a lot of people that in their life, they're stuck in a comparison trap. It's someone else, the grass is greener, someone else, but they know that there's more for them. So they're in this comparison trap, and maybe they're not satisfied with where they are, but they know that they were destined for more than they currently have today. And I think there's a lot of people that are passionate about getting better, self-improvement, chasing dreams, living their values. Who doesn't want that?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
they don't know how, or Brooke, they don't have a community where these things are talked about, where we talk a whole bunch. Yeah, no support.
Just someone to believe in them. Like, you can do this. You can.
Yes.
You literally can.
Yes. And breaking down why you think you can't, that fear. Why do we even experience fear?
Yes.
I just think that there's so much there that is untapped potential because we just go through our days day after day, but we don't have a method or a tool to harness what we want, our brands, our desires, and then apply that to get results and get to where we want to go.
Yes. And Hayden, I feel like you and I, if we could, we would walk out the door right now and just like whatever random person and sit them down and like want to talk to every person and say, you can do
100%.
this. You can do this. But the thing is, we can't. So that's why we have this podcast. It's like, we wish that we could sit, you listening to this right now, we could look you in the eye, hear your story, hear your struggles, hear the things that you're going through, and hold your hand through the whole thing. And like, let's rise together. Let's do this. And so that's why we really want to dig deep. Like, we talked about great things in season 1, but let's just actually connect with the one that's listening, the one person that feels like, I'm not good enough. That dream is not for me, or it's too late. Like, I'm too far down this path. I have ideas, dreams that I have for my life. I don't know how to start. How can I start over? Because I've invested I don't even really know what I want. I just know that it doesn't feel fulfilling right now for me in work, life, or relationships. I'm overwhelmed by all of the stuff that I have to do. Like, yes, of course, I'd love to live this way and work out and start a business and have an amazing relationship and make a ton of money and travel all over and like be ripped and whatever else. But look at the reality of my life. I do not see a path forward. Now's not the time to take risks. I don't feel like it's smart for me to do that because of X, Y, and Z issue. Like, we just wrote down, this is not hypothetical things. Like, these are the things that we felt.
Yep.
These are the things that some of you that have been brave and vulnerable enough to reach out to us have said, look, I struggle with this. Like, I love my job, but I don't have a community at my work and I don't feel like I have friends, or I want to change careers, or I hate my boss. And Hayden, like, what else? Like, we've talked about so many things.
I think, Brooke, you can find your brand. And we talked about how to do that in season 1. But then there's living your brand. Very few people are living their brand today. And that's sad, right? Because no matter what you believe, we're only here for so long. And everyone deserves to find their brand and live it. And we're going to talk about how to do that in season 2. So if you're listening to this and you're like, yes, Brooke and Hayden are just going to slap a whole bunch of motivational quotes into a podcast episode and call it Fraud to Fearless, let's go. If you want to find your brand, live a purpose-driven life, prove to you that you can do it. Not just to others. Prove to yourself that you are worthy, because you are, and you can do it. If you want to leave your mark on this world and know what the right path is and be confident every day that you are where you're supposed to be and you are driving results and living the life that you were meant to, or you want to find maybe some financial stability and travel and see the world, but you want to do that without sacrificing your soul, and God forbid you sneak a workout in, and setting some boundaries without feeling guilt, you are in the right place, and we are going to talk about it in season 2. So Brooke, quick preview. Let's just rapid fire list off a couple things that folks are going to expect in season 2. So I'll say we're going to learn how we should be the buffalo and not the cow. We're going to learn about fear. We're going to learn about how to dream big and actually make it happen. Like, what is holding us back from living right now? We're going to go ahead. Yeah.
Learn about imposters.
Yeah. Do it again. We're going to laugh.
I know. We're going to learn about saboteurs, like what is sabotaging us. And what I love about this season is just actual tools, like things that you can do today. Little things, not super complicated, but things that have just opened our minds that we're like, wow, this is an option, or this is a path, and this is something I can do today to help me.
Yeah. We are going to journal and reflect and give you ways to engage and follow along with the pod. And we're going to have international guests. We're going to have international sponsors. We are going to, I think, highlight not only what's going on at my job and Brooke's business. We're going to give, pop the hood and give you the inside scoop on how we're running the pod together. We got an LLC. We're partners. It's official. Let's go, Brooke.
I know. And then the scary stuff too, like the real vulnerable, like this is us. That's been hard. That's been super hard for me. But we know that sharing the real stuff is how we connect, because we're all in this human experience together. We all experience pain, suffering, fears, but we also can all experience the opposite: joy, hope, success, get the gifts that come from these challenges. So it's going to be good. I just wish we could give like a huge hug to all the people listening. I'm feeling so excited. It's so good to be back. And we really love you guys. You are the reason why we're doing it. You are always in our mind, and we do this for you.
Love it. We'll end there. We're back, y'all. We missed y'all. We love y'all. Give us a follow, give us a like, give us a share, give us a review. Help us grow this thing. But season 2 is back and on fire, and we're pumped to be with y'all. All right, that's the pod.